I've not used this before, so I'm just trying it out.
Yo, hey, we're back. I was going to say yo, Joe, but it's not quite. Oh, geez, Nate, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tee in that animation we were going to use for today's stream. Dang it!
We could do that later. We could do a bit of Joe and Tell first, and then play that when we decide to get into the actual.
No, I mean I haven't even uploaded it to StreamYard. I forgot all about it. Dang it!
No!
But you know what I did do? It's mass hysteria. You know what I did do is I actually did slides, which is unlike me. So we're gonna have to do another Ghostbusters stream eventually and use that "Oh Ring a Bell" Ghostbusters. Dang, unbelievable! What a way to bloody start. You know, when you haven't done it for so long, you start to remember slowly how things worked. So I thought I'd bring in. Well, first of all, hello, Nate.
Hello. It's
Thanks
good
for
to be
coming
back, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a while. I thought if we were going to go bust and ghost, and we got to bring the Ray Stans of our group, the heart, the soul, the man himself, Gaz.
Me?
Yeah, buddy. How are you?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It sure has.
A long time.
Let's say hi to the chat real quick, though. Our good buddy, Heroic Nonsense. How are you, my friend? He was here way ages ago. And he was like 6:30 is a bit early in the morning for him, so he's going to catch the replay. I can't blame you. But thanks for hanging in there, Gaz. I know how early it is for you to be up and streaming with us Aussies. Kimbo's here. They know who to call. Phil, how are you, my friend? And the Lilith is here. And there's something cool in your neighborhood. Who are you going to call? Zazo's Clubhouse. When there's something weird in your toilet, get out of here.
What? We're not plumbers.
Uh-oh. You know, I'm never going to live that down. I think most of the reason for that is that I just never shut up about it. Yeah, we're talking Ghostbusters. You know, so the thing about me is there's something you should know is I'm incredibly lazy, and so therefore. I'm never going to be the kind of person to put up a video right when something gets released or announced, right? So that's why we're finally talking about Ghostbusters now. And that's why I finally released that Sergeant Slaughter review that I did with the Sarge, Nate, and Heroic Nonsense. So thanks to all of those guys for hanging in there and doing that for us too. But we're talking about Ghostbusters. I love this box because it looks like an old VHS box, and the thing about it is it's already pre-worn, and so if I kick this around a little bit, that's okay because it's already pretty dinged up. A little bit of a.
I can't find my Ghostbusters movie.
Keep looking.
It's over there somewhere.
I haven't even opened this up yet, and I also got on the same day the Ecto1.
Ooh,
Now,
is that the O-ring one?
Yeah, but I think this one came out well before the O-ring Joes came out. So I think this came out, and this was an afterthought. Like they were like, oh, we're gonna
that's
make
the box.
O-ring
It's like,
Joes.
see how cool that looks. That was the box, not the movie. I thought you guys had the movie in hand.
No, this is the toy box.
Damn it! I don't even know what that is. I think I covered that.
That's all right. You don't. This is why I came with mine, and Nate came with his. You
But
just
look,
relax, Gaz.
But
You're
look,
our
look.
guest. You can just chill. It's all good.
I got the guys. Look, they're right here. Woo!
Yeah. So it opens up. Have you got yours opened? Hey, I'm gonna try and open mine up. I reckon.
Oh, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Now that's crossing the streams. Joe Hunter 73 is here. How are you, Joe? So I believe that the 73 part of Joe Hunter 73 is how many Joes have successfully hunted.
Stands
Wait.
to reason.
Check
Hunted
that.
like hunted, or like hunted in a store to buy, or we like
Ooh,
hunted and mounted the head on the wall.
that's a good question, and Joe's going to have to get back to us. Which way is that going?
It's just
Scotty's here.
It's Scotty.
Don't ask Scotty though, because Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
All right, so I've got some slides. Now, what I wanted to do today with today's stream, right, is because obviously these have been out a little while now. Everyone's got them, and if they don't, they should. So birth year. Wow, he's been hunting ghosts since 1970. I mean, hunting Joes since 73. There you go. Still a youngin'. So what I wanted to do, I put some slides together. I feel really bad, Nate, that I forgot to upload that video clip that you did because it was so good. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back. We'll do it. You put it on your channel and we'll send people there. Check out Nate's channel. It's in the description. So I've got some slides, believe it or not, which is not really my thing to do. That's really more of an Adam thing to do. That's not an us thing to do.
It definitely
but I've
isn't
done
an STS thing to do.
It's not. It's definitely not. It's like way too advanced for STS.
It slides like
Which is, yeah, that's it.
It's more swipe.
So Shoot the Shit does come back tomorrow morning for us. That'll be tonight for you guys. So I've got some slides, and only because how good do these all look? So I thought we would. Ooh, they look like Bustin makes them feel good.
It does. It does.
What I really, really appreciate with this toy line is that while for the most part they are reused parts, they took the time and the effort to make sure Peter Venkman had his untucked pant legs. Untucked!
Yeah, true. I have never actually noticed that detail until right now.
Right? Well, that's why I did it.
I can't help but sticking figures in the camera. Sorry, guys. I can't help
No,
it.
please, by all means, stick your 3 3/4 inch in front of the screen. So we're in the nighttime hours here. We can get a little blue. Now, guys, if everyone's asleep, don't worry about it. If you guys were dressing up as Ghostbusters, would you be a tucker or an untucker?
Definitely on Tucker.
It's just,
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like it would take a lot of effort.
If you tuck
take a
your
lot.
pants into your boots, then all that ectoplasm's going to go into your boots.
That's a good point.
My thoughts
That is a
there.
good point. Don't cross the streets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only thing missing is Venkman's walkie-talkie. We're going to get a closer look at some of these accessories, and I think for the most part, they are pretty sweet. Venkman with a walkie-talkie would be good, but we'll get to where I think that would be more appropriate in a moment. But as it stands, these 4 guys are undoubtedly the original Ghostbusters. Well, not the original Ghostbusters. You know what I mean. Just in case. anyone's going, well, actually, there was a Ghostbusters before this. We're going to take a first look at Egon. Ooh, that looks so good. They got the PKE meter. It doesn't expand on the sides, open and close, but that's okay. Now, I believe that the PKE meter showed up in other sci-fi movies, but I can't remember off the top of my head where it came from.
I do recall seeing it in another one, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Space Commander would know. Anyone in the chat know? Let me know. Yeah, but that looks good though.
Yeah, like I really like this figure. Out of the four of them, this figure looks the most like the actor.
Howard Ramis.
Yeah, that's his name.
Don't wear it out.
Yeah, like,
Rest in peace. Sadly passed. But they still managed to squeeze him into one of the newer Ghostbusters movies, which I thought was a touching scene.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the new Ghostbusters movies? I liked.
I haven't seen Frozen Empire. I actually quite liked the one before that, but I've only seen it the once.
Yeah, I've seen them both. I like the. We forget about the one we know to forget about, but I like the first one a little bit more than the second one on the redos. But they're both fun movies.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd, you can't go wrong with Paul Rudd.
I enjoyed them. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I think so too. Was it good? Yeah, you're right. It wasn't that. The PKE meter was in Ghostbusters 2. That's what I was thinking. And Suburban Commando is with Hulk Hogan, another potential PKE movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. You got to get some use out of it. So I like when and GI Joe is as well. This harkens back to GI Joe for me as well. Is if you're going to have a backpack, you got to have sculpted on backpack straps.
Yes.
And for the proton packs, they are no different. Otherwise, they're just sort of floating back there, not attached to anything. You got to have the straps.
Yeah.
They look good too.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, like, because not just over the shoulders, because some GI Joes would have, but I mean, you have them right there on the shoulders, but then when you go on the back, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, looks good. Looks good.
And they got the names on them with such minute detail. That's impressive.
Not that you can see that, but yeah, look at that. Ooh, ooh.
Now, what is the official reason for those hoses on his leg?
just for looking, man. Just for looks.
It just looks cool.
Just looks cool.
It's a stadium buddy.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to stop to go to the bathroom.
What are our opinions on the wrists being sculpted in a certain particular angle?
Being a O-ring fan, and obviously with the new technology, I'm going to say Delta 17 with the swivel wrists and stuff like that, and these being new O-rings, I'm not disappointed that they're not swivel, and I'm not disappointed that they're sculpted in a certain way because they're meant to hold the wands. And
yes.
That doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. There was a few times I tried to like pose them and was struggling to get them to hold the wands.
Right.
And that, but at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really worry me in the slightest. Swiveling wrists would be nice, but then they would have had to price further and to accommodate that, or they would have taken the quality away somewhere else to make up for the expense of having swivel wrists. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
So the O-ring figures for me are always going to be less articulated than your typical 6-inch figure, right? So anything like swivel wrists, that's icing, right? That's icing on the cake. It's not expected. It's just a bonus.
Salad,
it's fruit salad.
The only thing that I could see them doing if they weren't going to do that to the wrist, because I mean, here you go, right? There's he's holding the wand, right? Would be if they put a gun grip on it, right? And we wouldn't like that because then it wouldn't look like the wand, right? It would look like a gun.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mind it at all. It's fine. It works. I'm not going to be putting guns in these dudes' hands anyways because they're Ghostbusters. They're busting
True.
ghosts, not cobras. Well, they can
So
put
looking-
cobras too.
They're not real American Ghostbusters.
I don't know. They're all American, aren't they? Oh wait, no. Is Dan Aykroyd Canadian or American?
I think Dan Aykroyd's American. He's in Egon. Harold Ramis, I think he's Canadian, isn't he? We can find out. We have the technology.
Oh, let's do it. Let's check it. All right. Well, in the meantime, who was I thinking of from Saturday Night Live that was Canadian?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd is Canadian.
He is? Okay.
Yes, he is.
There we are. So they're not all real American heroes after all. New Yorkers, though. So we're gonna vote. Well, actually, we're not gonna vote. We're gonna mark it out of 5. 5 out of 5 is top marks. 1 out of 5 is garbage. Where do we think Egon sits out of 5? Out of 5 proton streams. Out of 5 ghost traps.
I'm a little biased. I'm gonna say 5.
5 for Egon.
I can't fault it. I can't fault it at all.
So I was an Egon kid. I loved Egon. Everyone loves Peter Venkman. There's no one that can't like Peter Venkman. But I was always an Egon and a Winston fan. I thought those were cooler characters, even if they're not technically cool. It's a 5 for me too. Yeah, I reckon he looks pretty good. I would give him a 5. He looks just enough for a small scale action figure to look like Egon that you couldn't miss who that is if it was a silhouette of that character. Like a silhouette of that character without any other detail, you could tell that was Egon. I think I wonder if only one of the hands had the wrists in that position and the other one being a normal one would have helped him. But I think this is great. I think this is a 5 out of 5 for sure. Then we got Ray, our Canadian friend. We just found out 5 minutes ago. Now I haven't tested it because I haven't opened mine yet. Oh, Phil gives it 5 ectoplasms, 5 slimes, 5 spooks or specters. Hey, GeForce Racing 20 is here. Did you know that the 20 for GeForce Racing 20 is how many laps? No, I don't know. So Ray always gets the goggles because he had the goggles in the movie. But do the goggles actually fit on any of the other characters?
Well, we can find out.
Let's check it out.
To be honest, I haven't actually tried.
Okay, I'm taking the goggles and I'm putting them on Peter.
Why did Ray wasn't portly? Ray wasn't portly in the original movie. He was slim and trim. It's all those ghost bustings and all those kids parties at the Christmas, the birthday cakes.
Well, I'm trying to put the goggles over Peter's eyes, and they don't work, but they do fit on the head. But they don't go any further. Yes. But then again, these wouldn't work on Peter because Peter doesn't like goggles. He likes to look cool.
Yeah, he wouldn't mess his hair up.
Now I'm gonna put him on Zedmore, and quite frankly, sorry, but they're too big for me.
That's not doing it. Yeah,
so I guess
fair
it's
enough.
Because of Ray's hair.
Yeah, sure.
Ray's hair. But nonetheless, it still looks cool on Winston.
A little bit of blue
How
tack
many?
can stay on.
Oh wait, hold on.
Anything was staying with blue tack.
You fit over Winston's eyes.
Oh, there you go.
And I'm gonna try Egon, but Egon has the glasses.
Yeah, true. He doesn't need them.
And they're not getting over that hair. Hair's too big.
Were there ever more than one PKE meter in Ghostbusters?
Yeah, they all. I think they all had them at one time. You know? Like no, actually,
When they're in
I'm
the hotel on
assuming-
different levels, are they each using a PKE meter, or are they just
I'm
going?
assuming
"I
that
don't think
there's
so."
there's plenty of them. I think that just
literally
they gave
just
it.
watched it tonight, and I can't remember.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking in like that they would have a bunch of them, not just one.
Sure.
Because they do go out on like in pairs. They don't go always together at four. Remember there was like a couple of scenes. There was a scene where Ray and Winston were out busting by themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that they would have PKE meters, but I think that when they're together, Egon obviously has it because Egon's cool.
So it's because it should be standard issue. But it's because of Ray that we got this delectable piece of machinery.
Oh yeah, I got a
The
car.
Ecto1. You can't park that here.
Hey, I got a car. Great news. Just needs brakes, and transmission, a new motor, tires.
Keeps going. All right, so what would we give our boy Ray Stantz here out of 5? A 5 out of 5 again.
Yeah, he's a 5.
He's a 5-er. I can't fault. You know what's also really great is the Ghostbusters on the shoulder, on the side of the arm.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Love that scene. Yeah. Another 5. Is there any preference over Ghostbusters 1 and 2?
I like them both.
Yeah, like they're a double feature.
Yeah, when I watched the first one, I'm like, I need to watch the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I literally finished the first one, and it came up, prompted you to watch Ghostbusters 2. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, done. And the soundtracks are so good on both movies. They're just fantastic stuff. The music, the score, and they're both obviously the first one's a little bit more adult, like with the language and the the smoking and all of that sort of stuff, the drinking. But yeah, they're both fantastic movies, and I don't know whether that's nostalgia talking, but I always really enjoyed watching those two movies together.
I was watching obviously the first one tonight, and I'm watching it, and like it is literally a perfect movie. Like I could not
that's great.
alter anything, and because it's got so many like it doesn't have many like digital special effects. It's all physical special effects. It just holds up. Like,
well, when you're watching a film, and you always have like, I'm not gonna say every movie, but there's most of the time you get those spots in the movie where you're like kind of like, oh, come on, just get this done so we can get to the good stuff, right?
Right.
The Ghostbusters doesn't have that. It's all just like
the timing of it is just fantastic too.
There's zingers all the way through.
Yeah. Which I think they tried to do in the Ghostbusters movie we won't mention, because it was like skits and skits and skits. And although funny bits together didn't work, right? Unfortunately.
Actually, I didn't.
And nice
mind
callback
that
to
movie.
He-Man.
I did, like I said, I don't mind. I laughed watching it, but as a Ghostbusters movie, I was like, well, I mean, it was a Ghostbusters film, and clearly done it, but just like I don't want to be that way. I don't want to come off that way, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as I did the original. I felt like the things were forced in it. Which I didn't like.
Oh yeah, it's.
How are you, Skyfall?
Hey, Skyfall.
My biggest issue with that Ghostbusters movie is it wasn't. I thought that those actresses or actors, however they want to be called these days,
They did a great job.
I thought that they're independently and in different movies. I think they're very good. I loved them in Bridesmaids. My biggest issue with this movie is, and I find that it's difficult to talk about without people thinking you're a certain way. But my biggest issue is that the male characters in this movie are all portrayed to be morons, right? Whereas I feel like the original Ghostbusters movie, you've got you've got your morons, but they're all capable people. But the women are treated as smart and respected. Sigourney Weaver, Annie Potts.
It'd be
Great.
very difficult to make Sigourney Weaver look dumb. It'd be very difficult.
I think the problem with it, with that movie is, and I don't want to keep going back to this. I think the problem is they lean too heavy on the comedy aspect of the film of what
Right.
it is, because Ghostbusters is a comedy, right? It's a comedy, but it's not like a comedy like Airplane, and I think that's where that Ghostbusters movie is coming off as like an Airplane style comic hijinks around every corner. It's like, here's the new weapons, and then do something funny with it instead of like.
Because I loved the trailer for that movie. I thought it was great. Everyone had their own little weapons for trapping ghosts.
Really
they
cool
all sort
stuff.
of, it did look cool. I was all in. I love the idea of it. And then one of the ghosts get zapped and then gonads. It's like, come on.
Oh, what was it? I forget her name. The one that was playing Egon's character, and she had the little like side shooters, right?
I thought that was cool. I love that scene. Anyway, Lilith is asking if we remember these T-shirts, blue and pink T-shirts. I do remember. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna pop you up a little bit higher here.
Nope.
There we are.
I
do remember Ghostbusters shirts. The blue one I had was like a pale pastel blue. I don't know if that's the same one. Do you remember? That's the one I had.
Ghostbusters shirt. Mine was just white with a Ghostbusters symbol on it.
Oh, that's still cool. What do you mean just? That's Ghostbusters.
it was like probably like this a while ago, probably like in the late 2000s. I went into a restaurant chain we have here called Applebee's, and I was wearing a Ghostbusters T-shirt. And the waiter goes, "Hey man, that's a classic T-shirt." And I'm like, "Great, I just got it."
Man, I got to get myself another Ghostbusters shirt. I used to have one of the jumpsuits. It was gifted to me from one of the Perth Ghostbusters cosplay groups. I never got into it enough to build my own proton pack or anything, but man, that was pretty cool. I felt cool for a hot minute.
We have a chapter up here too. They go to all the cons up here.
Yeah, they look very good. They look cool, all of them. I've never seen a bad cosplay. Speaking of cool,
Winston.
If
there's a paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
That's right. What about the Twinkie?
Tell about the Twinkie.
What about the Twinkie?
So Winston, particularly in the real Ghostbusters cartoon, I like the character's jumpsuit in that. And so I used to play as Egon and Winston when we had the real Ghostbusters, and they do have the tools and the talent, and he loves that town.
Yeah,
he gets some good zingers too, though, doesn't he? He gets some good. He's supposed to be the straight man, but he's still pretty funny in certain scenes.
Yeah,
he was great.
When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes,
that's right. So who else plans on having Winston be the driver of the Ecto? Just me?
To me, he's the backup driver. I think it's Ray's vehicle to drive. It's either Ray or Winston behind the wheel.
Ray is in the passenger side when they're driving in. Okay, mate. I'm not saying it's all good.
Ray hold on, Zaz. Ray pulls up in the Ecto when we first see it. He bought it. It's his baby.
Yeah, but I really dig his style. When he's driving, they're talking about like the Bible, and they're talking about when that is a pretty iconic scene for. There's not really a lot of comedy happening in that scene, which is fine. They pick and choose their moments. But I thought whenever I think of Winston, I think of him driving and having that conversation with Ray about religion. Which you'd have to think, though. At this point, right when they start doing the Ghostbusters, I don't think they think too much about it, but it proves there's an afterlife of some form. And so when they're busting ghosts and they're just containing them, are they containing the souls and the spirits of people, or are these just entities that are formed out of, evil spirits or whatever, but or demonic stuff? And I think Winston puts that thought in your head. It's like, hang on, what if this is like end of days? What if this is, what if Jesus comes back? I'm not saying I believe in that, but it's a thought piece. And yeah, he has seen shit that will turn you white.
I can't believe he said that to the mayor. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the TV edited version of that, and it doesn't hit quite the same.
It's kind of like Die Hard 2 TV edited. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, not for a while, but
John Amos.
What does he say instead of yippee-ki-yay? What?
Something, see you later, Mr. Falcon. Something like that. They made a T-shirt of it. It's
okay.
I've seen stuff that'll turn you white.
Yeah. Do you guys believe in ghosts? I want to believe.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Let's just say I believe it enough that I would want to start my own Ghostbusters franchise.
I believe it enough that if I turn the light off down the hall, I'm not walking back slowly. All right.
Damn right. Exactly.
I'll hot step it.
Yeah. When I'm home alone, there's lights on.
That's right.
In my parents' house, 3 separate people, uncollaborated, have seen the exact same ghost.
So there's something there.
Because they were all too embarrassed. Like a lady in a dressing gown and bonnet.
Meanwhile, Nate's running around in a dressing gown and a bonnet going, woo!
Yeah.
So the 3 of us got to go to get Nate's parents' house to find this bonnet lady, and then we got to get a plan to get her. And the plan is get her.
No one's seen her in years.
Get her, Ray.
It's your big plan.
All right, you know what I'm going to do while we're discussing. You guys discuss Winston for a moment. I'm going to try and upload that video into StreamYard if I can.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm going to try.
If the stream crashes, why. I think Winston is that. Yeah, he's the anchor character, right? He's that straight guy. He's the one that brings it down to reality. And I give him a solid 5.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 5.
Solid 5. Like my one in particular is just slightly cross-eyed, but it's not enough.
He's seen some shit. That's why.
Yeah, he's seen some shit. Oh, mine isn't. Mine's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't opened mine yet, but now I'm worried.
He's seen some shit that will turn you white.
He's seen some stuff that would cross your eyes.
Oh, when they're in prison, when they're imprisoned, he's like, "Can I get my own lawyer?"
That's right.
Yeah.
That's another scene that I love in the Ghostbusters is when they're in this jail cell and they're starting to talk. And when you get arrested, they take everything off your possessions, right? They don't just throw you in prison. They take everything off of you, right?
Yeah.
They take all your stuff, so you don't go in there with nothing. But they got their maps, they got all their shit, and they're telling you pull out the blueprints to Sigourney Weaver's apartment, and they're sitting there talking about. And the best part of that scene is everybody else in the cell comes in and they start listening like, okay, yeah, all right.
You're having a looky there. I love that part.
Oh, it's great.
Joe Hunter gives him a 5-2. They met him and got a signed picture. That's so cool. Such a great guy. I believe
Ernie
that.
Hudson? Yeah, he's great. What a cool dude.
So cool.
And I love that. And for spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched the newer films, there's a spoiler here. But I love the fact that he becomes a CEO of a company and is like running Ghostbusters. He pretty much owns it.
Yeah.
And keeps it going. I love that fact.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So Brendan saying, greetings all, sitting in the dark as Tropical Low has cut out the power. Oh, yes. Good luck with the storms, buddy. Great time to catch the show. Stay safe. Yeah. He is one cool dude. I couldn't figure it out, Nate. I'll figure it out later. We'll do it another time. I feel bad. I feel bad.
This is a short and link this video to it.
But then you
play it
see
on your phone, Nate.
But then you see Ernie in something like The Substitute, where he plays a drug lord principal of a high school.
Oh, yeah.
Winston, what have you become?
Was Ernie Hudson in the series Oz?
I don't know, but I know he was in the A-Team.
Hey, that's cool. That's even cooler.
He was in the episode of the A-Team. I believe it was called Cab Wars, where he ran a cab company that was being harassed by oh my God, what's his name? Michael Ironside, of all people.
Oh yeah, the Crow.
And,
did that taxi driver end up becoming a zombie?
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Are you gonna play it on your phone, Nate?
Yeah, may as well.
Here we go. Here we go.
Turn HUD. Status report, soldier. Huh? Hold on a sec. Who the hell are you?
We're the Ghostbusters, sir.
The Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters. We had report there's a ghost haunting these barracks.
A ghost?
That's right, sir. We're here to catch it. Oh, there it is.
You see a ghost? A couple of vacuum cleaners?
They're not. Never mind. We can handle this, sir. Don't be afraid.
Hey, I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'll show you how to catch a stupid ghost. Watch. Hey, come here. Get back here. There's your ghost.
You strangled a ghost to death with your bare hands. How?
Because that's what real men do. Now take your ghost and scram, you jumpsuit wearing whips. What was I doing? Oh, right. Status report, soldier. I want to know, did you get your voiceover done? Or are those nerds gonna have to come back for another ghost? Okay. At ease, disease.
No, luckily I had done the voiceover and he didn't have to come back. Thank you for playing that, Nate, and sincerely apologize I didn't get it loaded up into StreamYard. That's my bad. That's comedy gold.
You need to put that on the channel now. That is hilarious.
That is great.
I'm crying.
Nate kept me adequately motivated in order to finish my Sergeant Slaughter review. Well done. Well done, exactly, well done.
So there is a compilation of about 20 odd minutes of voice messages that I left Zazel over an entire month, all from Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Encouraging him to get his video done. which just kind of got more and more unhinged as time went on.
Yes,
So that,
it did.
that was somewhere in about week 3.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You can actually, if any members of Zazel's Clubhouse Patreon can actually see that video at the moment. And in the coming days, I'm going to release a censored version on my channel.
Some of it had to be censored.
Yeah.
The uncensored version is on Patreon right now. It is hilarious. So at one point, though, Nate, it stopped being motivation. It started being entertainment. So I was like, how much longer can I draw this out just to get a little bit more of this entertainment?
You strangled the ghost to death.
Yeah, thanks for sharing it. Thanks for creating it.
God, that's awesome.
Mate, I am honestly embarrassed that I didn't have it on StreamYard to play properly. I should have done that, and I'm honestly sorry for that.
It's all good.
But yeah, Winston, we're all giving him a 5 out of 5. What were we giving? 5 out of 5 Twinkies?
5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Twinkies.
Yep.
Tell him about the Twinkie. All right, I agree. And it looks cool holding that ghost trap, which I think, even though the ghost trap, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't open or nothing. That's fine. That's fine, because that would have been hinged points anyway, right? Which would fall off and.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's something that small.
I look at it this way, right? As kids, if we got these as kids, this didn't need to open.
No.
Right?
No. I agree.
Yeah.
And then we got Peter Venkman.
The leader.
I love that scene where he sees Dana near that waterfall or water feature, and the skater is doing spins, and so he decides to do a little spin himself.
That was my idea for a Halloween costume. I was gonna get the jumpsuit and then get like a red flannel to put over it. And just walk around. Yeah.
Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12. Must have been some cockroach. Bite your hat off, man.
What are you guys? Some kind of cosmonaut? Exterminators.
I like it when they're in the lift and they turn on the pack and then it's like back away into the corner.
Yeah, he's so charismatic.
I see him, Ray.
Yeah,
he's an ugly little guy, isn't he? I think he can hear you, Ray. Such a great one.
Yeah, no human being would stack books like this.
Can you give me a sample? Only you would want somebody's snot. Oh, man. Well,
dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. I've been slimed. He slimed me.
Oh.
We kicked its ass.
Too many great lines
Yeah.
that he has in this film. Too many great lines. And
it's getting blue again.
I know that that originally they wanted John Belushi to play Peter Venkman, but he passed away. But I'll be honest with you, as much as I like John Belushi's character, like his acting in his films and stuff, but I think I can't see anybody but Bill Murray playing this role. To be honest with you.
What about John Candy playing the role of Lewis?
Nah, I can't take that away from Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
right?
he does a great job.
I think even though you know, the people that could have been cast in this, I think the guys that were cast, the actors that were in it were just perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Even though I think they were originally wanting Eddie Murphy for Winston, I think still that they had the best person for the job. Yeah. And the flowers are still standing.
I was wanting to do this.
Yeah.
That's the guy. That's him. That's the one who got me.
That's him. That's the one who got me. It's such a great movie.
Well,
anyway,
the second one.
What are we doing talking? I could just hold my phone up and we could watch it together.
Yeah, let's just watch the movie.
special presentation on the clubhouse. We're watching Ghostbusters. We might get shut down, but we're watching it anyway.
Yeah, we'll do it anyway. We don't worry about that stuff here.
I watched it this evening, but I'll happily go again.
If you've made it this far into the stream, thanks for rejoining us. We've been gone a while. Please do hit that like button. We appreciate it. Trap that like button with your thumb. Give it a like.
We're back.
We're back. That's right.
So...
Ray.
We're back, and due to a poor diet,
I'll do it. Egon.
Egon. I love that scene from Ghostbusters too.
I love
And I think
Egon's face when he does that too. He just got that.
yeah,
smirk. He's like,
I
I
love
know.
that. He had part of it. He had part of a slinky.
I
He
just
straightened it. You know, as a kid, I didn't quite understand the Do Ray Egon thing. I was like, that's really weird. But that's the kind of joke that appreciates with age.
Yeah.
Speaking of appreciation, how good is this? I think, like I mentioned before, the untucked boots is a nice touch. And I guess you couldn't get away with it if you didn't, right? I think it's still great that they did, but there would have been such an outpour of complaints if they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So hats off to them.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
there'd be so many outraged neckbeards on YouTube.
How can you get Peter Venkman tuck boots? That's stupid.
So so far we've got the accessories of the goggles, the PKE meter, and the ghost trap. They don't have a fourth accessory, but if they did have a fourth accessory, what do you think that Peter Venkman would have come with?
Accessory.
I mean, obviously we mentioned it earlier, the walkie-talkie, but I would
The
have.
walkie-talkie?
I would have bag of Lay's potato chips.
I was going to say a bag of Stay Puffed marshmallows.
That would be more Ray because Ray's the one who thought it up, right?
Right, but there's a pack in Dana's apartment. She has a packet of those on her counter.
Yeah,
So that's what made me think of that possibility.
I was just thinking the potato chips because that's what he was eating when he met Peck.
Yes, true. Or a bottle. What was the bottle of alcohol I was drinking in in the park?
What was he drinking?
Oh,
Well, actually, you know what? We're totally missing the point. A candy bar.
he's earned
You
it.
earned a candy bar. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You earned this.
yeah. I think.
Candy bar though, I would have lost it already.
Yeah, true.
Of a slime.
Oh, he did have a bag. Okay, well that's cool. I think with Peter, he's the least hardworking of them all. Like he's a slouch. I don't even think he really believes this stuff until he sees one. Like he's not really that invested. He sees money opportunities, franchise, and I think it gets a little bit too real. But he gets a love interest, and then loses her. You know what's interesting is that ordinarily with sequels, the love interest is just gone.
Yeah.
Right? They go, oh, it didn't work out. They're gone. But at least they brought her back and kept her in that role. I think Sigourney Weaver.
It wasn't just that. Is that it was Peter's fault that they didn't stay together.
Yeah,
Right?
well, that sounds about right. That's
Yeah.
that's definitely a Peter thing.
Yeah.
That was your plan, Ray? Get her? Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Yes, the cards. Give him the cards.
Oh yeah.
Could do that.
This ain't worth $5.
It spits his gum out. All right, the moment of truth. How many slime stains does this guy get? 5 out of 5.
Did you
Yeah,
say
they're
He gets a 4.8 from me.
4.8? Whoa.
Uh-oh.
4.8 because I would like for it to have had a smirk instead of a blank expression.
Okay. I feel ya.
That's it. It's not really worth deducting a full point for, but
Well, they
think, like-
spent all their smirk budget on Winston.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, they could have
True.
dialed his back a bit.
Yeah.
Even
No,
with
Dialed
spent-
his
the
back
untucked boots,
just lent a smidge to Venkman.
even with the untucked boots.
Even with the untucked boots. I was just
There's a
like,
lot of scenes. I reckon there is more scenes with Peter Venkman straight faced than there is with him with a smirk. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the god, but he's definitely a god.
Actually, you know what? If anybody hasn't seen it, as we're talking about Vickman, Bill Murray, he just did Hot Ones. Remember, so
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Did you watch the? Oh, I'll have to check that out. Did you check out the Joe Rogan podcast episode with him?
I haven't seen that interview yet. No.
All right. Well, I'll handball Joe Rogan, and you handball Hot Wings, and between the two of us, we'll get them all watched. Groundhog Day. I love that movie. What about Bob?
movie.
What about Stripes?
I love Stripes. You got 2 out of 4 Ghostbusters in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You also got 2 out of 4 Ghostbusters in Groundhog Day.
Mm.
And I think
That whole
both of those
time.
movies have Brian Doyle? Murray? Whatever
Yeah,
his
that's
name
his brother. His brother.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Groundhog Day also has another Ghostbuster in it, Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis is in that.
Yeah, he plays the Doctor.
Oh. Yeah. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Oh, I love Groundhog Day. Caddyshack. I was actually talking about Caddyshack with Nate, saying that Caddyshack is probably a movie where he is the least Bill Murray. He's just
Yeah.
very kooky.
He's in his own
Yeah,
world.
he was
in
the
that
director.
movie.
That's right. Yeah, and the camper van from Stripes. I think who directed Stripes?
Now we can find out.
Because I know it was written or partly written by Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
That's a movie that I could watch over and over again. I love that movie.
Stripes is like 2 movies. It's like an adventure movie towards the end, and in the beginning it's a like a buddy comedy.
Oh, was Ivan
So
Reitman?
good.
Ivan Reitman.
It was Ivan Reitman. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that makes sense.
1981.
I'm not sure if I've seen Cannonball.
Oh,
I have
Cannonball's
seen Can-
great. Cannonball.
What's that one about?
It's a car race movie. You race from
Oh.
one side,
Yes.
one side of the U.S. to the other. Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise, Roger Moore. It's just a cast full of people.
I have
This is-
seen Cannonball, but I wonder if I've seen a different Cannonball then, because I don't remember those actors in it.
Well, okay. So there's Cannonball Run 2, and then there's another one called the Gumball Rally. There's
okay.
There's another one called Cannonball that stars David Carradine of Kung Fu,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's the same thing, but it's not. It's where Cannonball Run is a comedy. Cannonball is like a action race movie.
Gotcha. What about Scrooged?
Scrooge was good. That was a good
I like
movie.
Scrooge.
One of my favorite fake trailers in that is from that is the was it The Night the Reindeer Died, where Steve Lee Majors saves Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Hey, what was that?
That's what Bill Murray says to Chevy Chase in his shed.
Oh yeah.
Moving on. So we got another 5 out of 5 here, except for Nate, who's given him a few microscopic, taken away some microscopic points, and the Lilith who's given him a 6. And then we got all the boys together, which is I think they really shine. I think they really shine when they're all together.
Really good. They're ready for some busting.
Oh yeah, they're ready to feel good. The proton pack's been able to stick to. I mean, the wands been able to stick to the proton pack itself.
Yeah.
Is like that's not only is it a must. I think it's executed pretty well. But I think that and although it did come with, so I think this did come out first and was a bit of an afterthought to bring the figures out later. But while this does look cool, I've added a few extra slides for things that I think should have or could have been added to this little. I mean, if this is all we get, well, you've got the 4 Ghostbusters and you've got the Ecto1, so you're set, right? You're pretty set. However, I would have also liked to see some repaints. Now, people say, "Oh, repaints. Let's not go down that road." I say, let's. And first off the mark, when you're looking, even if you're just looking at the first Ghostbusters, right? You've got obviously all marshmallowed up and looking disheveled. That's one way. You've got the Ghostbusters wearing their Christmas hats in the montage.
Yeah.
I know that there's a dark grey or black version of the outfit.
That was from the second movie. Yep.
Right. Which can also give you the Ghostbusters 2 patches if you want to go down that road. But definitely, if you didn't get the slimed Venkman, then I think the group marshmallow slime, I think that'd be just as cool.
It's easy enough to do that. You could just get yourself a second set.
Yeah.
And then you can marshmallow them up yourself.
True. I'll just drip real marshmallow on them. I think it's hilarious how at the end of the movie everyone's covered in marshmallow except for Peter Venkman. He's just got like a little bit.
Zazel wouldn't even
like a little dab.
Customize them. All Zazel's toys end up sticky and covered in marshmallows by the time he's done with them anyway.
They're all like that. They're all like that. Yeah, oozy slime, that's what they need. Oh, yeah. If they did Series 2 of the line, a set of ghosts perhaps? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what are these stairs? This is actually, this line here is top tier comedy. I love this line from the movie. They go up. I love it.
No, I love it. Love the scene. Hey, what happened? I don't know. Somebody brought a cougar to the party. Which nowadays is a completely different term, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They do display nicely in the box, but they are fun to play with. Well, I haven't opened mine yet, but as soon as I have an opportunity to, I'm going to. So, other than that, as mentioned by Lilith just a moment ago, a set of ghosts. Yeah, if you're going to bust ghosts, what better ghost to have than this green goop right here? Not called Slimer in the movie, but still the ghost of John Belushi himself. And I think if it was going to come with an accessory, it would come with a food cart. Or a 2-pack, Slimer and slimed Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
With walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me, Ray.
Yeah. See that?
You got me.
I want to figure out how to make some plasma beams or something that can attach to the end of the wands.
Oh, yes. So it's funny you mentioned that because I got a slide for that later too. But of course, another option to have would be they've got some pretty decent Stay Puft Marshmallow Man toys out there now. And the Firehouse, I guess, would have been another top option to have as a play set. Playmobil do a pretty good Stay Puft, and they do a pretty good
I was gonna
Firehouse.
say, yeah, because you could. I mean, there are Stay Puft stuff out there. You can get a plushie of them anywhere, right? So you can just buy one of those, and you got your Stay Puft.
And I also mentioned to Nate once before that if you really wanted to, you just get a mannequin and one of those store-bought Stay Puft Marshmallow Man outfits for Halloween, and just have that in the corner somewhere. That'd be pretty scaled well.
I would like to see one. So this version of the Terminator, right? Where it had the front of it that could come off. So you have your Stay Puft Marshmallow Man there, and you could take the front off, and then he's all burnt up.
Oh, that would be cool.
Would be a cool toy.
How about a Stay Puft? How about a Stay Puft that you can fill it up with liquid marshmallow, and then you just squeeze them.
Yeah,
you
Perfect.
Just comes
You know,
with
they brought out slime.
Cans of marshmallow fluff. Just,
Exactly. Yeah. Because they
Marshmallow
brought out tubs of slime. They could have easily brought out tubs of white Play-Doh and just said that this is Marshmallow Man.
No. We need a special set of Peck. That was his name, right?
Yes.
Peck
Yeah, Walter
getting
Peck.
slime, like a Walter Peck.
Yeah.
And then just a goop of slime, a white.
yeah, like the slime pit. Yeah.
So apparently that was shaving cream,
Yeah.
but it
I
was
just imagine that it was
menthol.
marshmallow.
Yeah, that would have been cooler. It was menthol shaving cream.
Is
So-
that the kid you were like when you saw that scene, when you saw that
Yeah.
marshmallow as a kid, you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, give me. I didn't get this fat not eating marshmallows. So if we're gonna have Dana and Lewis, we gotta have.
Yeah.
So you gotta have the regular Dana and Lewis, right? That's my primary want.
Yeah.
Failing that, disheveled Lewis with the helmet,
Yeah.
and Dana all in her dress and stuff.
Ooh.
Lewis
And
is
I feel
Lewis is a challenge because scale wise with these,
Yeah.
he's so much shorter.
yeah. He would, so it'd be a twofer. It'd be
Yeah.
Dana and her accessory is Lewis.
Yeah, he's a companion. He's just a vinyl figure.
Yeah.
Look at Lewis. Yeah,
Oh,
your
Rick
TV.
Moranis.
The neighbors were complaining about your TV on, so I tried to shut it off. Then I got locked out of my apartment. I had to climb out on the ledge.
And then the guy who gets locked out all the time ends up becoming the keymaster. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, there is no Dana. That is true. There isn't even a Zool.
Nice doggy. Nice doggy. You want a milk bone?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, a couple of those doggies would be good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. If you're going to have Dana and Lou, you got to have the Terror Dogs as well. And if they could fit inside the Terror Dogs, that'd be a bonus. Not it doesn't need to happen, but it was just a cool little play feature. Oh yeah, here we go. If G.I. Joe could have a rubber dino chicken, why not a rubber marshmallow? Exactly.
Why not? Why
The librarian ghost, that scene used to scare the hell out of me as a kid. And so, if I could just get through that scene, I was okay. Like, nothing was more scarier than that scene.
Well, I mean, I think the scene is for a comedy movie, and it is quite frightening.
Yes.
But for me, it's like, as much as that is so scary, it's Ray's plan.
Yeah.
That makes it great.
Get him.
Get her!
Get her, Ray.
And then they can run clear out of the place. They're like, woo!
Man, I think they missed the mark by not putting out Ghostbuster toasters that played that song higher and higher.
So then I think an accessory for Spangler
Yeah.
should have been the jar of slime.
Yes. Well,
Right,
from
'cause,
Ghostbusters 2.
Because all right, who's sleeping with it?
Yeah.
You dog.
They are freaky. Oh man! So streams, I didn't. Yep. If they had have had some attachable proton streams, that would have been cool. I think this is an image from Ghostbusters 2 because two reasons. It's got the Ghostbusters 2 patch, and also Winston's missing his mustache.
Oh yeah, this is
and
the going at the hardened, slimed
right.
before they get
Yeah.
the Statue of Liberty.
And they need the power of the city behind them.
Yeah, it's too much negative energy in the city.
So I think they shaved off his mustache so he could look closer to the cartoon version.
Who Winston?
Yeah. And apparently Ernie Hudson wanted to voice the cartoon version of Winston, but they wouldn't let him.
Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Imagine that.
I'm the guy. I'm the guy in the movie.
I'm the guy. Nah.
No. We're going with this guy. He sounds.
You do it better.
This guy sounds more like Ernie Hudson in the movie.
Yeah.
I am Ernie Hudson.
Walking Statue of Liberty. That would be cool too. Wind up, maybe.
See,
So that does bring me.
I'm just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say this about it, right? Look at the first one you had Stay Puft. The second one you had the Statue of Liberty. It goes to
Yep.
show you that Ghostbusting and Kaiju go together.
Yeah. That's why they need Ghostbusters 3 versus Godzilla.
Well, they would team up with Godzilla, right? He'd be the newest Ghostbuster. He walks in with
Yeah.
a giant proton pack.
But you got to start it off with a little bit of tension first before they team up. That's how they always play these things out. But yeah, Ghostbusters 2.
They've got to fight off the ghosts of all the baddies that Godzilla's ever destroyed.
Ooh, okay. That's I'd watch that.
I would. Hell yeah.
So the slime packs, they would be cool if they're gonna re-release these guys. I don't know how well these things sold. I heard someone say that Ghostbusters fans aren't necessarily toy collectors; they're more cosplayers. I think that was on Retro. No, which channel was that? That was Retro Blasting. I think said that.
Well, to be honest with you, right? To be honest with you, right? If you're a fan of the Ghostbusters movies, right? The cartoon is good though. But I think dressing up as them and going around to like shows and stuff, and all the props that you have would, if I was going to do that, I don't think I would have time to really collect them. I would get these guys because I would get them, but the other ones, like the other line, I probably wouldn't buy because I'd be too focused on this, being going out and doing stuff, because they do charity work and all that kind of stuff. They drive around in Ecto1s that they make themselves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. At least they're going out there and they're doing good things. So big props to those to the Ghostbusters guys. I wonder how many birthday parties they do. But so yeah, if they're going to bring out another pack, bring them out as Ghostbusters 2 VHS and have these guys in it. So now you can just put in the regular old accessories if you want that they've already got here, because they're great. But I would say that if you're going to add anything to a Ghostbusters 2, you got to give them the toaster. Maybe give them a little statue of Statue of Liberty. Maybe a jar of slime. And put them in the Ghostbusters colors, obviously with the Ghostbusters 2. But and you only need 2 of the slime packs. Maybe a cigar for Ray while he's sliming up the inside of the Statue of Liberty, which sounds a little bit.
Also, I would add in to Ray instead of doing all right, let's just imagine they do like a line, right? And they release each figure on their own, right? For Ray, you can give he'll come with the other slime pack instead of this, right? Right. You give him an alternative head to put on there where he looks like what's his name? Who's got the little horns and stuff.
Oh, Vigo.
Yeah, Vigo. You give him one of those, you can replace his head.
Yes, give him the Vigo head. Yeah. What were you saying about Winston there, Nate?
I said they'd have to give Winston a new head sculpt to get rid of his mustache.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or they just paint over it. Let's got a question for you, Nate. Do these ring a bell for you?
They absolutely do ring a bell. Because I've got them in my hot little hands.
Man, who would have thought right now that we're living in a time where we now have Ghostbusters O-rings.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic time to be alive.
Have a brand new Sergeant Slaughter O-ring. Right?
Yes.
And not only that, but now we have Fatal Fluffies.
Yes.
Right? And then we have Conan the Barbarian.
Yes. If you've made it this far into the stream, also please do leave a like for us. We do appreciate it. We're on the golden age of O-ring, so I had to double check if these were Hasbro or not, because Super 7 are doing a lot of great O-ring figures at the moment. Super 7 bringing out Back to the Future. So I think we'll have to do another video on a live stream on that. The Fatal Fluffies, one of the best. I can't wait for mine to arrive.
Oh, they're great.
Marty McFly.
You've seen? I didn't even realize this. And I don't want to ruin it for you, but it got head articulation. You can move his head up and down.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Gaz, you can never ruin anything for me, buddy. It looks like he's going to the.
Yeah. Who are you gonna call?
It's hilarious. Like, because I have started to watch the original G.I. Joe cartoon, and it was literally the day after that I'd watched the Fatal, like I'd seen and been introduced to the Fatal Fluffies, that it was announced that they were releasing the Fatal Fluffies.
I'm not even sure why they didn't release these in the original line. It would have been like, this is perfect. This is it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and they're so massive. Look at.
Yep. I don't think there was that much like collusion between them. Like they would have said, we want to make sure that the vehicles are in it and the characters are in it. And you guys can come up with the story.
Look how big they are. Look.
I think you got a point there, Nate, because the comic, the cartoon, and the toy line weren't really aligned.
Yeah, I think that the toy company was just wanted to make sure that the main characters and the vehicles were in the story, and they were just like, you just do whatever story you want as long as the kids are entertained.
All right, here's a hot topic question. I think it's quite obvious that I'm really looking forward to that Cold Slither Zartan. I want the whole band, mind you, but I have never had so much fun with AI, and I'm not even like a huge AI fan, but every day that AI app would let me do 2 free AI videos, and so for a few days I was just doing nothing but trying to get Zartan to play rock and roll or heavy metal or hair metal, or what's the other metal I'm thinking of? Glam metal, glam rock. I was putting all of those trigger words in there. I was like, okay, glam rock, and then I'd do heavy metal, and then I'd go do one of those Van Halen jump and kick things with the splits and all of that sort of stuff. And then after glam, thanks guys. So I was just like, this is so dumb. But I'm going to try as best as I can. It doesn't always cut together well because of AI. But it's like, as best as I can, I'm going to try and cut this together and make it go for the entirety of that Cold Slither song. And then I put it up on YouTube just because I can, dang it.
And Phil,
because
I will have no bad words said about new metal. I was raised on new metal.
The new?
What the heck is new? Wait. What's new metal?
It's
what is new metal?
That awesome blend of hip hop and metal, like Limp Bizkit.
You mean like Limp Bizkit? Oh.
Yeah,
Limp Bizkit is new metal. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
I just say,
yeah, they count.
they count.
So you guys for this new Zartan? Pro, con?
I'm pro.
I'm gonna say I don't have a problem with it. I'm happy with the people that want it. And if you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah, I'm sick of grown men crying about toys. We've got choices.
Ghostbusters.
I didn't even get the reference yet, and I just like the idea of having a hair metal dude, or glam rock dude on my shelf next to a bunch of soldiers. That's I think. That's
you wait until you get to that episode, man. I think you're gonna like it.
Yep.
I got a Fatal Fluffy and Conan. Oh, what's his name?
Raymar?
Raymar. Sorry, Raymar. Raymar the Barbarian. Next to my Sergeant Slaughter. Woo!
So good.
And they're hanging out with my Ghostbusters.
It's too good. I got my Sarge here.
I didn't get the Ecto1, right? Because my plan is to get a snowcat
Yes.
and do it up in Ghostbusters style.
That's right. I was going to ask you about that, Gaz.
Yeah.
I think the plan is to try and find one at Joe Fest.
Hmm.
I think I've still got another slide left. Bam! There we go. Imagine an O-ring version of Vigo. How cool would that look? Now,
Yeah.
if Hasbro aren't going to pick up this license anymore, well, then give it to Super 7 and they can continue the line. I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then at least you know you're going to get a few waves out of it. I think Hasbro did a bang-up job of putting together this pack. The VHS look, I think, looks great. I think that the Ecto looks great. There is a bit of a struggle in putting the guys in the back, but Michael Mercy, if you check out his Patreon, he's got a bit of a fix for that.
Mm.
You don't need to fix it, all right? It's a bench seat. You put 3 in the front,
Yeah.
1 in the back. Just don't put Egon in the back because he's the tallest and he's really hard to get out.
So Nate, how long did it take you to get Egon out of the back?
No, only like half a minute, but it was like I don't want to break him.
Yeah. I might have to make a triple T version of the Ecto one, the Ecto T, but a Havoc would be a good one too.
I have classic cars, so I haven't forgotten what bench seats are for.
Yeah.
It's not because they didn't know how to make single seats. It's to fit the most people in the car as you can.
Saz, there's an idea for you. And take a Sarge and put him into and make a Ghostbusters uniform for him.
Ooh. Well, these ones are swivel neck, right? They're not the ball joint one.
Yeah.
So you can't just stick a G.I. Joe head on there, any one of them anyway. I don't know if maybe
my thought would be to take maybe the Warthog Sarge.
Yeah. Or just paint his tank top. Just paint his tank top and put a ghost symbol on the center.
He doesn't
G-Force.
We literally just saw that Sarge doesn't need to be a Ghostbuster to catch ghosts.
That's right. He busts them with his bare hands.
Yeah.
So the classified Cold Slither is going to be a con exclusive. I'm hoping, maybe, fingers crossed, that they show up at EB Games or something as a pre-order, but who knows?
I bet that, because to tell you the truth, right, nothing's ever an exclusive anymore, right? And I bet you anything that maybe 6 months to a year down the road, they'll have a retail release for that figure because it's so popular, right? But at least I'm going to say this: that the exclusive is now no longer. It's not just like a figure that everybody that should be like a standard release, like Serpentor or Dr. Mindbender.
Yeah, that was
at least
crazy.
Now it's Cold Slither Zartan, But
it's the whole band though.
Yeah.
Is it the whole band? Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll do a retail release on each figure.
Yeah, they'll probably do it on those single cards that they do for the retro look.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, they know that everybody's gonna buy them. So
yeah, that's a whole lot of tooling for convention exclusive when you think about it. 4 figures.
Well, there's a lot of what do they call it? Instruments.
Yeah. I mean, each one just comes with a set, right? Guitar, bass, a little drum set.
All right. So, other than Ghostbusters, what other movie sets would we like to see now? Back to the Future is obviously happening. I think Doc Brown looks pretty cool. Doc Brown would fit seamlessly, I reckon, with some of the G.I. Joes.
I'd love O-Ring Jurassic Park.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I like it.
As much as I like the Jurassic Park toys that Kenner did. But O-Ring ones that actually look like the movie characters and stuff would be
so
cool.
a 4 if you mean like a 4 set like this set?
Well, I'm not. My choice. My choice wouldn't really fit with a 4-pack. In fact, Oliver's saying Red Dawn. I reckon that'd be cool. And GeForce is saying Missing in Action. That'd be cool too. But my idea.
Hammond Collection actually kind of is already at that scale, so I guess scratch that.
No, don't scratch it. It's still a great idea. There's a difference between modern articulation and O-ring, and I think this really tickles an itch. But if we're going to make O-rings for anything, I think the first thing that pops in my mind, or Aliens is another good one too. That would be cool. So mine would be, it could either be a 2-pack or 2 singles. But I would really love to see, and I know it's not a movie, but I would really like to see Bill Bixby's David Banner and the Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno in O-ring form. I think those would be pretty cool.
All right, so I have like there's one that everybody knows that I would want, right? There's one so I'm not going to say that one. So there are 2 that come to mind. One was just shown, the A-Team 4-pack.
Yep.
O-ring would be perfect. Be perfect, right? Would be perfect. 2, the second one that I would choose is The Last Starfighter.
Oh, brilliant!
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love that.
Even though we know number 1 would be Megaforce.
Of course.
Of course.
Die Hard. I would
Die
like
Hard
to see
would be
Die
another good one. Yeah. No, not a Hydro Vapor set.
What about Muppet Treasure Island?
Just like
Treasure Island.
a pack of 10 different Hydro Vipers, each with like a different scared expression on their faces.
I'm gonna make it a point. I'm gonna bring super glue with me to Joe Fest. And whenever I find a Hydro Viper, I'm gonna glue his helmet on. And to put a little note, Gaz was here.
I'd like to see the original Star Wars done in O-ring.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be
Luke.
You know, actually, like a Flash Gordon.
My POA Star Wars, like it's fantastic. But yeah, O-ring would be cool.
I think a Flash Gordon set or
Yes.
Buck Rogers set would be cool as well.
That would be cool. Oh yeah, Delta Force. Yeah.
How about Knight Rider?
Yes. See, I think, and that would be because if they don't do the DeLorean, they bloody should. But Knight Rider and Kit in this Star, whether it be Hasbro or not, Hasbro's still going to be doing O-rings. I hear a lot of things about Hasbro. Maybe
Well,
not
I think
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of that, hold on one second.
Yes,
Hold on a second.
If they're going to start doing like classic, iconic 80s vehicles, they may as well just double down on it. Do them all.
You know what I'd really like? Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, all of those cool styles. You know, hell yeah. What is that?
TC and Magnum.
That's so cool.
It's Playmobil.
Hell yeah.
Playmobil.
How sick, like, how amazing are Playmobil's vehicles considering their drivers are like the people are just like oversized Lego men kind of style.
All you have to do is when you take it apart, all you got to do is take out the block that's behind under the wheel here, and you can fit a Joe in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had no idea when you first put that by the screen. I didn't realize that was Playmobil. Like they are so good.
This is great.
Oh,
I gotta get the Knight Rider one. This is the only other one that I want. I wanted this one and Knight Rider, and this one was on sale. And I have the A-Team one, and I do have the DeLorean as well.
Yeah, they do it good. They do them really good. So Joe Hunter, my mission is to find Nate and Axel Foley at Joe Fest this year. I have from LaCroix Toys. I've got the Piper wrestling figure.
Oh, I need to get one of those.
Roddy Piper, and they did a tremendous job of that. But I would like to see an O-ring line of 80s style wrestlers. Give me Macho Man. Give me Legion of Doom, aka the Road Warriors. Give me all those cool dudes. Maybe not Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Super Friends versus Legion of Doom. That's a different Legion of Doom that I was thinking of. Yes, Guns N' Roses. Yes, Poison. Yes, I think Space Commander would be right with you on having
Motley
legendary
Crue.
bands as O-ring. Imagine imagine classic Bon Jovi. That
Oh
lineup.
man,
That's a lot of hair. That's a
I got
lot of hair.
that. We're talking musical O-ring figures. Huey Lewis in the News.
Oh yes, and
That's
then
it right there.
they can have their version of the Ghostbusters song. Uh oh.
Oh, let's not bring that up. Come on.
Yeah. Mad Max would be cool with the Interceptor. What a rush. Yes.
Yes.
Who else? What
Oh, that
else?
could
What
be
else?
such an awesome
Ooh,
storyline.
American Ninja.
Okay, that would be
Well, the
cool.
Ninja
But
series with
don't give them the ninja things where it makes them go kicking. I can do that on my
No
own.
ninja moves. No ninja moves. Yeah,
No.
no ninja moves.
Yeah, O-ring mask figures would be a win as well. I'm glad that they're bringing out those new mask figures though.
So I thumbs up the Mask like extended version of the theme song on my YouTube, right? And
Yeah.
I have YouTube Music as my like music player on my phone. And I'm driving home last night, and what comes on my playlist?
Mask
Mask. And I'm like
Crusader.
I'm cruising down the Mass Pike, which is like a major freeway here, and I'm like Mask. I'm just like, woo, yeah.
Did
It is a
car
banger of a
somehow
song.
magically
It is.
transform into a Pontiac Trans Am?
Yeah.
I was imagining my car was like, I'm gonna my door, the doors are gonna open up like gold wings. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly off over all this traffic. Yeah, my
I
Mask
used to
into
sit in
traffic.
Dad's car and open up the doors. They weren't gullwing, but it's just open up the doors, pretend it was flying.
Your dad
God,
was
I
like,
love
close the
Mask.
door, we're driving.
Yeah.
Then he becomes because Zazel left the doors open overnight and flattened the battery
Yeah.
because the interior light was on. It's Zazel!
Yeah. Damn you!
That little whippersnapper.
I don't think there's enough hair to do Azazel's clubhouse. That's too much hair.
Azazel's Clubhouse O-ring collection. Oh, that would be great.
I look a bit like Wish Obi-Wan.
I'm gonna say Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, Grizzly Adams. Yeah, Wish Grizzly. Pee-wee's Funhouse or Playhouse. Either way, that'd be a cool line. I don't really see a lot of Pee-wee Herman as a kid. I don't think we had it on TV, but I remember seeing the movies.
I remember that it was a raunchy HBO special before it became a kids show. Like it was like adult comedy, and then it became a kids show. It's kind of weird how that happens, right?
Yeah, it happens a lot. Was Mask on after school? I think so. I remember seeing an ad for a line. It was like a TV show that had all the cartoons on it, and I think it was called Sunday Fun Day. And there was a little white duck called Dinky Duck, I think he was called, and they would have all the cool cartoons like Mask. And I think that was on in the afternoons.
Yeah, after school was for me was GI Joe, Transformers, like Inspector Gadget, Mask, stuff like that, and like Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah,
you have just reminded me of what I think would be a great idea for extending the Super 7 GI Joe line. Branch out into some Transformers. Thank you for bringing up Transformers, and put out the old Snake version of Cobra Commander and the human versions of RC, Hot Rod, or Rodimus, Ultra Magnus, and Springer. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Isn't it great? Isn't it great, Gaz, how we, being worlds apart, grew up watching the same cartoons after school?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then eventually Nate came along with his Power Rangers.
Power what?
A lot of this stuff was still on TV in the 90s. Like, I'm not sure if it's because babysitter would look after us after school. They had Ozstar, so maybe I saw some of them on them. But I definitely saw some of this stuff on repeat all through like the 90s.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, well,
I've
yeah. I mean,
still
they were
got-
still popular in the 90s.
yeah. I've still got-
Speaking of Hot Rod, you mentioned Hot Rod. I mentioned Hot Rod twice tonight. One being Roddy Piper, and the other one being Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime. And Hot Rod 2188. That's how many Hot Rods he has in his collection. Just found the channel 5 minutes ago. Speaking my
Welcome.
language. Well, we'll just give you a Vegemite sandwich. Thank you for subscribing, buddy. Don't forget to hit that like button. Mr. Stark agrees. Thanks, bud. Oh yeah, Marissa Fairbairn. And other than Marissa Fairbairn, who was the reporter that we were talking about that's in all of these?
Oh my God!
Someone in the chat, tell us who that reporter was.
Yeah, what's his name? I'm gonna look it up.
Snake, yeah, Snake Plissken, yeah. New
That is
Zealand didn't have enough. Sorry to interject, says Ronnie. I'm out of
Who's
bed
the
now,
reporter
watching on
in
the big
G.I.
screen.
Joe cartoon.
Yeah, Nate is a good-looking fella.
G.I. Joe,
Duh.
Oda Cobra, B.J. Ward as reporter, IMDb.
Oh,
Hang on. Hector, yeah. Hector Ramirez.
Yeah.
There's someone in your house.
Yeah, it was. It was my phone. I didn't mute myself. Hector Ramirez is right there.
Yeah, give us a Hector. Thank you. Here we are. Yeah, but Snake Plissken would be great.
Oh my God.
Oh, and if we're going to go that route, we might as well make a whole line of the Thing.
Mm.
That'd be cool.
No, but I would rather see Big Trouble in Little China. Give me a Jack Burton.
Yeah, well, we had that conversation at Joe Fest a couple of years ago.
I'll take the Jack Burton and the Snake Plissken. Oh, you
Yeah.
mean New York tour guide and
If I-
Chinatown truck driver? Yeah.
Of all the things we've talked about getting an O-ring line, I think I would have to choose. Like, if we could have one for me, I would choose Die Hard, but it's got to have a Nakatomi Plaza playset.
Oh yes, that's a
That
big
would be like a
playset
flag, right?
with
Like, it doesn't-
with launching off of building
have to have
power.
All the stories, but it has to be like
No.
a building roughly in the shape of Nakatomi Plaza.
No,
It has
it's got to
to have-
be. It's
It has
got
to
to be
have a
6.
fire hose reel that
Yes.
you can swing from, and it's got to have at least a broken window somewhere that you can kick Hans out. like
Nate,
Hans fall out.
you're not thinking 80s. It's got to be 6 foot tall.
Yeah, that's right.
Every floor.
Yeah.
And
They
the
make
garage
you buy the
basement.
floor separately.
Yeah. Some of the.
So I want to try and pronounce his name correctly. Is it Cerise? Tell me if I got that right or wrong. Cerise Lupin. Howdy all, howdy to you. And while we're at it, Mr. Stark saying they've been selling Joes for years. Do you sell at Joe Fest? Let us know. Any idea why the 84 to 94 is selling cheaper and cheaper the past few years? I'm not sure, but if you sell any Sergeant Slaughter figures, let me know. I'm your guy. I currently own nearly all of them.
I've been noticing the prices.
I
Are
would
kind
say
of like,
it's a lot of
they go up and
people
down.
that started collecting in COVID have had to sell on their stuff, either had to or have decided, well, yeah, no, I'm done with that, and then sell it on their collections. I think that's possibly why prices have started to go down a little bit on some stuff.
All right, Ceres?
Ceres.
Maybe. I mean, I'm always looking to upgrade some of my older ones. Let me know. Yeah, but and the entire cast of Big Trouble. But you got to have the what was the truck?
The Pork Chop Express.
Yeah, you got to have the Pork Chop Express. That's right.
Oh yeah.
The chick from
It's all in
Helsing.
the reflexes.
I think for me, I only pick and choose the guys that I want to put into the Slaughterhouse Wrestling Championship. So I'm not trying to ever try and find complete figures with accessories and file cards and stuff. I just want to have a cool looking character. Like I know all the Joes,
Yeah.
but my collection is basically whoever can go toe to toe with the Sarge series. Oh, okay. Not
Collecting-wise,
series like Planet, but more Saris. You know what? With a name like mine, I shouldn't be. Yeah, I've got no wiggle room to get names wrong when I'm walking around with a name like Zazel. Have you guys noticed that Zazel? Have you guys noticed that the Sarge's head can turn all the way around?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's an exorcist. Ah!
Got eyes in the back of my head, maggot.
You're an Aussie. Well, I don't know. I'm an Aussie too, mate. And I don't know if I speak proper English.
The Queen's English.
Mm.
I gotta do some Cobra down.
Cobra's where it's at. Everything except Hydro Viper, isn't that right, guys?
Yeah. Glue the helmets on. Glue the helmets on.
Helmets on, the Hydro Viper looks great. Helmets
Yeah.
off, it's just odd. Have they made a classified Hydro Viper yet?
Oh, if they do, it's probably gonna be the worst looking figure of the bunch.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Fright features Sarge. Yeah, don't even ask me why I decided to try and spin the head all the way around, but I did it. What about the Ghostbusters, Nate? Do they spin all the way around or just?
I was just about to check that. Nope, they stop at the shoulder.
Well, they have the collar.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh
They
yeah, I
have the
see.
collars. Yeah.
Twisted Sister would be some fun figures.
Mm.
Yeah, only O-ring. I don't do any of the classified stuff really. I've got one classified Sergeant Slaughter, the first one that came out.
Well, you have two.
Well, I've technically only got one until my buddy Gaz gives me with the Marauders. I call Slaughters Marauders, Sarge, but they're currently going around calling themselves Mad Marauders. Motley Crue, even better.
Oh, it could be cool.
I think Guns N' Roses lend themselves to being very toyetic. You got Slash with his and if you do them in their skeletal forms, like on the Tattoo or the
Yeah.
Appetite for Destruction album, I think they would be pretty
Question.
cool.
What do you reckon? The Slash figure though, do you have him? Do you have the top hat as part of the head sculpt, or do you have the top hat removable?
The,
Part of the head sculpt.
never remove the hat. It stays on, sculpted on, never comes off.
Like Sarge.
Yeah, well, yeah. Unless it fits on the Sarge, then no, leave it on. And then you got to think which era of Guns N' Roses would you? Not the first era. If you want to go, you'd want to go. Yeah, Appetite onwards. Yeah. Wait, wasn't Appetite their first?
The Face Major album. Yeah, they. I think they were around since the early '80s.
Yeah, like you look at the Lies album. Some of those they released before
Well,
Appetite for Destruction, I think.
It would either be Appetite for me. It would be either Appetite or Use Your Illusion.
Use Your Illusion's
anything
great.
After that is like.
So I remember thinking back in the day that Lies was their first album and then Appetite for Destruction, but Appetite was the first major one. I think Lies was re-released stuff plus some new stuff at the back end of it. If you have to pick your top 3 Guns N' Roses songs. If you can. If you can't, it's okay.
There's Coma from
Coma's
Easy,
great.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Let's say November Rain, and then I would go probably Sweet Child of Mine. Do those 3.
Yeah. I think Sweet Child of Mine is probably in the top 3. You Could Be Mine from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And then it's probably gonna be November Rain. I think it does get overly played, but it's such a great song. Oh, the Spaghetti Incident. I cannot with that album. I simply cannot. Patience is great. Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle's good. Spaghetti
But
Incident. No, you were right. You were right the first time. Spaghetti Mess. Spaghetti Incident is
Spaghetti Mess.
just garbage.
But if I had a choice, if we're gonna say like one rock band to make O-ring figures out of, and because I mean Huey Lewis and the News, I wouldn't say is like rock, right? So I would
Right.
probably go Van Halen.
So I was going to say, yeah, for the Shananana. I was going to say Sympathy for the Devil because I think that they did do a really good rendition of it for that. What was the vampire movie? Interview with the Vampire.
They did.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good.
I'll have to give it a
Mr.
listen.
Brownstone's good. Night Train's good. Rocket Queen is good. 1 in a Million is a good song, but I can't listen to that anymore. I was staying with my brother for a little while, probably about maybe 10 years ago now. This is how much it's affected me. So I was staying with my brother for a few weeks, maybe a month or a bit, and every night he would drink beer, which is fine. Like, I can handle that. But he would play that one song, 1 in a Million, over and over and over and over and over on repeat. Just that one song. My Michelle's also a great song.
1 in a
What's
Million.
that one that starts off with found a head and an arm in a garbage can. Don't know why I'm here. Living. If I keep going, I'll remember what it's called. Oh, Double Talking Jive. There we are. Double Talking Jive is a great song. Double Talking Jive, get the money, motherfucker. Why? Because I've got no more patience. I'm just entertaining myself over here, guys. It's all good.
Nate's like, this isn't new rock.
Yeah, what is this? Oh man. Yeah, Tool. Okay. Nothing more. No, I'm not sure. I'll have to check them out. I'll check them out one time. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Stowe. We appreciate it. Thanks for checking us out, buddy. Stay safe. We'll try. Now, we're rebels. We're always starting trouble. I remember Mum used to just play a lot of the top 100 stuff in the house. So she'd buy a lot of compilation CDs, like 100% hits and all of those sort of just top of the pop stuff. And so I wasn't really familiar with too much heavy stuff until a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember seeing this girl that I liked in school, and she was like, "What kind of music you're into?" I said, "Oh, not really into the heavy stuff." And she goes, "Oh, I love heavy stuff." I was like, "Oh, really? Like what? Tell me more about this heavy stuff." I'm all of a sudden very interested.
We had every Sunday was the top 40. We'll be listening to Casey Kasem's top 40.
Casey Kasem, yeah.
Every Sunday, we have it on the radio. Listen to it. So I'm more adjusted to that top 40 stuff. And then for a while I had trouble sleeping, so I would listen to a radio station we had here in the area called Magic 106.7, and they played soft rock. So it will put you to sleep, but in doing so, all those songs are ingrained in my head through the night. So I'll be driving on the road, and I'll hear a soft rock song, and I'll Michael Bolton, and I'll start singing because I know the words because it just hurts me.
I thought Michael Bolton had a few okay songs. I don't have an issue with 80s pop stuff. What was that band that Space Commander put himself into recently? I'm gonna play it. I know he's gonna have an issue with me. He's gonna go, "Why did you play that?" But I'm gonna do it anyway.
The priest.
Yeah. All right, let me play it. This is Space Commander put himself into this. I can't remember what the band's. I'll turn it up. Here we go. Where's the volume on this? Hang on a minute. Technology.
You're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
It's Satanized or something. All right, here we go. Get Satanized at ghostofficial.com.
That reminds me of some of these metal bands that they have like they bring in like other styles of music like opera. Have you ever heard of Nightwish? Are you familiar with this
Mm.
band?
No.
All right, so it's like a metal band from either like Sweden or Norway, and
Okay.
they've had numerous singers since they've come out. But like one of them, their first singer, I believe, she was an opera singer, so she was
Okay.
trained in opera style, and they did a rendition of the Phantom of the Opera, and it's just so insane. It's metal but opera.
Yeah,
It's
right.
great. It's great. So you give it a listen. They got some really good tunes.
Okay, I'll check them out. I'm also going to go and check out Jesus and the Mary Chain, or The Fall, maybe The Cult, and Def Iggy. What's the difference between Def Iggy and Def Leppard and Iggy Pop? Is it a mix of that?
It's
Then we've got Jane's Addiction and Nine Inch Nails. Okay.
yeah.
Midnight Rage. Where are you guys? Western Sydney. Well, I'm currently very central, and Nate's currently very.
Northwest New South Wales.
And I'm not even in the same hemisphere.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place at the moment. Michael Bolton got some of the tightest leather pants in the industry. Yeah, well, isn't that the truth?
Michael Bolton.
All right, we've got some homework to do, guys. We've got a lot of, which is The Warning, Three Sisters from Mexico killing the rock scene. Okay. So they're three sisters from Mexico in a band called The Warning, is how I'm reading this. He's not saying check out The Warning and also check out Three Sisters from Mexico killing the rock scene. Although that would be a really cool band name. Hey, we're Three Sisters from Mexico killing the rock scene!
Oh, yeah, it's the Warning Rock Band.
All right, I think my weekend's going to be taken over by listening to some new music.
One of my favorite bands is Godsmack. Have you ever heard of these guys?
No, but that sounds like a cool name.
They used to be a cover band for Alice in Chains. This is where they got their name. And then they're Boston local. They were Boston local. Pretty good band. They got some good stuff. They did the theme song to one of the Rock's Dwayne Johnson's Scorpion movies.
Oh, that Rock.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that The Rock.
The Rock. You know, the one that wants to take your soul.
Hey, you know what I was thinking, Gaz?
Yeah.
When we go after RonCon, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I was going to hit you up for it because you and I are the only ones who are really big drinkers in the group. So I was thinking, yeah, hang on. When we get to Joe Fest, I was thinking on one of those nights we maybe go and hit the town and see what's happening.
Get slobbered drunk, get in a big fight, and get thrown in jail?
Yeah, let's do it. I can take a punch. Let's give it a shot.
We'll find Joe Rotondo. We'll go bar hopping.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, he disappeared.
Yeah.
Came back many hours later.
Joe, where you going? Adventuring.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
anyway, let's do something like that, I reckon. We'll see if Joe Rotondo wants to join us. He'll know where all the good places are.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Godsmack.
I stand alone.
Solid.
Yeah. There you
go. I'm out of the loop, obviously. I'll have to check him out. One
good.
of Sully Erner's drumsticks. There you go.
I have a signed drum head from the band.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The question is, did he lose one or find one?
Yeah, just one of them. You threw it out. I've got a pair of Phil Collins drumsticks.
Phil Collins.
Yes. Love a bit of Phil. Brian Jamestown Massacre. All right. Cool. Poor Adam from Go Figures bailing you guys out for a third print escape key with your.
Yeah.
I'm reading this all wrong. Yeah, he'll be bailing us out with a 3D printed key. That's right. Well, Adam's not a drinker, so.
What do you mean? We're gonna do it A-Team style. Adam's gonna pull up to the back of the jailhouse, throw a chain around the bars, and pull the wall out, and then we're gonna break out.
Yeah. We've got this. We'll be fine. We're in this one. Wrong one,
Adam.
Oh boy. Well, we've almost made it to 2 hours. We stopped talking about Ghostbusters and start talking about music. We do have in the morning, we've got a special guest on with us, Hans Chow. That'll be morning for me, evening for Gaz. If you want to hang out with us again, check out the Zazel's Clubhouse playlist live streams, and you'll see that we have 2 tomorrow. We've got STS with Hans Chow as our guest. We're talking about his Patreon.
Yes.
Are you joining us for that, Nate?
Yeah.
I'll put you on the spot. You're hard to say no now. Good. I'll send you the links. Directly after that, we are going to be doing another Toy Biz episode, and this time we're pitting Wave 1 Spider-Man from Toy Biz, based on the animated series, against the Iron Man Wave 1 Toy Biz, based on the animated series of Iron Man, and we're going to see who comes out on top. Aussie group Glass Beams. Okay, I need to start listening to more music, I reckon. I'm trapped in the 80s. Thanks, Ronnie. Hope your eye's feeling better.
What was it? What's the name of the band that you? Oh my God, you shared a song. Oh my God, that was an Electric Blue. What the hell's the name of that band?
That's Ice House.
Ice House. Is it? No, not Ice House. Is it Ice House? The one where the video with the guys playing the songs over the radio, and she's like, "Can you?"
Oh yeah, that's Ice House.
What was the name of that song? Can you play what for me?
What was that one? That was dang it. What was that song called?
It continuously came up on my playlist for the longest time, and then it just stopped.
I think it was one of their most famous international songs.
God, what was that?
Ice House. Here we go. We got Electric Blue is one of them.
Yeah.
Let's go. Someone in the chat will beat me to it before I find it. Because there's actually 2 different videos for that song. One of them he's like a radio DJ, and the other one he's not, I reckon. Great Southern Land is a great one.
Yeah, that's not it though.
That's not it.
Crazy.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Can you play Crazy?
Yeah, it is Crazy. Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it kept coming up on my freaking playlist like all the time, and then it just stopped. I'm like, "Where's that song?"
Gotta be crazy, baby. Yeah. That's such a good song. Yeah, I like Ice House. I don't know. Yeah, Hans will be kicking that door in. That's right, kicking that door in. Nate, thanks for coming back and doing this.
I've actually figured out how to foil Hans kicking your door in if you don't want to keep replacing your door. Install not the barn doors, the saloon doors. So he kicks.
Yeah. They'll come back at him. He'll just keep kicking them. I'm doing punches like they're kicks, but I know the difference.
that famous kicking action of yours.
That's right, yes. So, Nate, thanks for coming back and doing another one of these O-rings. What are we going to do for the next O-ring, Abel?
Ooh, I don't know yet. Hadn't thought that far ahead.
We'll figure it out.
We want to have a look at the Bionic 6 at some time. We want to get Adam on.
Yeah, true. I don't have any of the Bionic 6.
Me neither.
We're just talking about the Toy Biz, the original Toy Biz Spider-Man and Iron Man and those animated series from the 90s. Those ones. Sorry, Nate, you were saying?
I was just saying I have one Bionic 6 figure that I got in a bulk lot of stuff, and I was like, what the heck is this? It's cool that it's made of die-cast, but it's an O-ring figure.
Okay, so one of 6.
I like the Bionic 6, and I would like to get some of them only because of the. It's like for me, it's just an extension of the Bionic Man, like $6 Million Man.
True.
I suppose Steve Austin and Jamie Summers had a family.
Yeah, that was the best mullet of all time. Thanks, Joe Hunter. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Nate's links are in the description. Go if you've got nothing else to do tonight. Go and check out Nate's channel. If you've got plans for tonight, break them, and go check out Nate's channel. I think I used to have a clip for that. I wonder if that's still in here. Yeah, he's got a new video. Go check it out. And do this.
Check it out one time, won't you?
Exactly. Check out Nate's channel. It's great stuff. Gaz is on Instagram. He doesn't have his own YouTube channel just yet. We keep trying to get him to do it. But in the meantime, you can see Gaz in the morning while we STS with Hans Chow.
STS.
What's STS stand for?
Shoot Shoot the sugar.
Shoot the we never get monetized on that channel, on that show. It cuts us off. I think just the name alone just goes, no, you can't. No money for you.
No. So we just do SPS.
Yeah, STS. But we're gonna have Hans Chow, and he's a great guy. So come and check those out too. But yeah, go check out Nate's latest video. In fact, I'm gonna look it up and see what it is right now. The link to Nate's channel is in the description. If you hit that link right now, it'll take you over there, and you can hit subscribe. And thanks to Ronnie for sending us this cool picture.
There he is. It's a young Zaz.
What color is his eyes? I reckon they're electric blue.
Looking at that mullet.
Exactly how
I'll start growing mine out.
That's exactly how Captain Planet's mullet would look in real life.
I knew it.
Captain Planet. Oh yeah, that's
He's
right.
my hero.
Look at that.
All right, I'm going to the Retro Tinkers channel right now. I'm going to hit subscribe. No, I'm already subscribed.
Video, right?
But his latest video is a repair on Captain Planet.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And the T1000.
How did I do it? Find out.
Find out.
That's the one. Find out. Check it out one time, won't you? The Spider-Man figures that came with all the removable clothing? Nope. From the first Spider-Man movie? We're talking about that? Nope.
Oh no, we're going way back.
Yeah, that's too far back. But that's a cool idea. We will check it out. But check us out either if it's Australia, it'll be tomorrow morning. If you're in any other part of the world, it'll be tonight for you. Come check it out, and you can see what it's all about. Adam from Go Figure is going to be presenting that for us. And yeah, that's it. We're back, guys. We're back. We're back streaming again. We did it.
We're back.
Bring it in. That's it. We're doing it. Pow, pow, pow. All right, let's end the stream. Does this do it? This is it. Play outro and end stream. All right.
Hi, everyone.
Peace.